Okay, here we are picking up where we left off with our lovely Jeep. So my girlfriend gave it her seal of approval. It's GP, 10 out of 10 GP. So of course I'll have to make a couple of changes here and there, but so far I'm quite satisfied with what it looks like. Now remember, I love making buildings. I am not really a prolific automotive designer. I'm not in the industry, sorry. Okay, so we have just narrowed this down a little bit for good measure. And let's see, what's the next part of the Jeep? Yeah, well, the rest will be, let's see, the back part. There should be bumpers. Bumpers are GP. Bumpers are really important for Jeeps. So let's get that sorted. So we're going to make fine thick bumpers. Alright, so technically speaking, the front bumper and the rear bumper will probably be the same. I am not really in the know when it comes to Jeep bumpers. Now, maybe if it were some sort of muscle car, oh, I could say a thing or two about that. I was crazy about those. Back in the day, I believe Need for Speed Pro Street definitely sealed the deal on muscle cars for me. I was so in love with those. Oh, no. Okay. We're going to just paint it corrugated metal. And it's the shiniest metal here. I don't want to look for a chrome texture or make one or, you know. But this is going to be different. So this is going to be a shiny part. So we're going to select this. By the way, this is Twilight Render. Metal, brushed metal, aluminum. Aluminum shines the best. And the others are just, you know, too much. I mean, in my opinion, of course, you are free to retain your own opinion on whether or not the other metals are rendered too shiny. Just kidding, it's not important. Alright, let's see here. Ooh, is this... Okay, you're just going to put it from here to here. There we go. Looks rather sensible, and we're going to give it some thickness. Yeah. Okay, then the front part. Okay, I'll have to... Oh, the front part is actually even beyond the wheels. Man in the wheel of steels. Okay, we're actually going to go up to this point. Alright, now moving it a little bit here. And now what we need to do is hop, just attach it. You know, so again, maybe I'm a bit too simplistic here, but really, in the current state, Age of Empires is in right now, all of these details are a bit of a waste sometimes. So, hop, there we go. So, the front piece of the Jeep is done. Now, so I think the Wrangler, being a cousin of this Jeep, is, you know, following pretty much the same sort of style. So we are going to open up this in particular, and okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bolden up this particular piece. Yeah, so I want to do it because, oopsie daisy, why do I want to do it? Because it's going to be easier for me to attach pieces on it, and also I could gain some, you know, the feel a little bit of a feeling of weight adding to it. Come on, baby. It doesn't want to go the other way. Sometimes it does it. There's probably a shortcut which forces it to do so, but I'm not, I don't know which one it is. So, but I have a fix for this. So you take this face, turn it into a group for, for this purpose. You could also pivot, rotate it. Perfect. So then just protrude, extend it. Okay. No, we have to move it to the middle. There we go. Har, har, har. Now I'm going to select this most fine paint and splash it all over. So I was thinking, for the purposes of this tutorial, I will create only one Jeep. However, I might actually do a version with the tarp on and a tarpless version as well. So maybe that will be interesting and useful for the people of the Jurassic Park community. That sounds so cool. I'm making cars for dinosaur hunters. Okay, I think this is going to be fine. Yeah, looks really, really okay. Okay. Oh, sneeze incoming. Okay, you have survived that sneeze. Whew, lucky you. So then, we are going to add certain things on the back of the Jeep. So of course, this is going to be a wheel, a bit smaller, because as you can see, I don't have the space for all of that. And here comes the jerry can. Yeah, kraut can. So I'm just going to do this a little bit, do that a little bit, and now it looks more purposeful. Now, entschuldigen Sie mich, Herr Kübelwagen. Ich brauche eure... Now, how do we say shovel in German? God help me. I'm rusty. Okay. So this shovel will just be transported here. Yeah, my art teacher always told me, Abe, you are detailing everything before you are done with the general outline. Never do that. But I still do it to this day. Sorry, art teacher. Okay, now it looks much better. And we'll have to do the front windshield. Okay, so the windshield will be player color. So we have to do this sort of thick front piece. And we're going to add it. Come on, front piece, don't be shy. He's new, you know. Oopsie. Okay. Now let's extend it to this point, and then I'm going to fix the shape of it. I'm in love with the shape of you. The song is cute, but for some reason Back in the days I used to have hair, people told me I look like Ed Sheeran, and I was like, are you certain? He is not the most attractive human being in the world, you know, you should reconsider that. But I guess that says a lot. Alright, anyway, I'm going to fix this a little bit. So I'm just adding silly geometry here and there. See, there we have the the control panel, a dashboard. Actually, so let's see, Jeep Wrangler. Excuse me, there seem to be issues with my recording software. Ah, there we go. So here we have a nice dashboard of a Jeep. Well, they look all very modern, but for the sake of fun, we're going to add one of them. Oh, actually, World War II. No, for some reason I can't press the space bar. Wow, this is so simplistic, so Spartan. Even I could draw these little dials. Good God. Never mind, Jeep. Thank you for trying. Back to the model. I'm sorry. So, now, let's take a look here. And we're going to create the windshield. Now, wow, looking really American. Yeah, but I do need to make it a little bit wider. That is obvious to me, to make it more, you know, Jeep-like. Okay, so they have this, and then they have this extra grill around it. So these, I forgot, safety bars, roll cage. What was it? By the way, on the topic of roll cage, you should really check out Quentin Tarantino's film. I think it's called Death Proof. It's about a stuntman who is, well, who quite enjoys murdering people in his stunt car. So I believe very few people know, or actually very few people care about it, but there is a really cool example of a Dodge Challenger in that film. I will not tell you it's white. I will not tell you why it's there, but basically that Dodge Challenger, as you know, I've heard, is actually 7.1 liter beast of a car. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 7 liters. That's a humongous engine, even for American standards, I believe. You know, it was one of the very few ones, but back in 1969, 1970, the whole engine displacement shenanigans were cut short by certain environmental laws. So, while I am sad that the big engines are gone, I'm also glad that Mother Nature has survived the ordeal. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is how we're going to add that grill, even though I think it's much bigger, thicker like this. Okay. Now we'll see if this is actually going to follow the lines I'm going to assign it to. Lo and behold, I am actually impressed. Surprised, impressed. Unbelievable. have to make this into two groups. Okay, and now we have pretty much. So, entschuldigen Sie mich, Herr Kubbelwagen, wir brauchen eure Sitze. Wow, finally, I said something I think is right. So we'll take the seats from the wagon. I know, heresy. But what can I do? I'm running low on resources. A very young poet. He was 17 at the time. He said, "Time is the fire in which we burn. It's what we have least and what we use worst." So, imagine that. 17 years old. Alright, now I think we have really made some progress here. It actually looks pretty solid. Okay, but there is going to be quite a bit of adjustment. Quite a few adjustments will have to be made to make this look okay. So the rear seat done. Now come the front seats. Now again, I know that the seats are just boxes with... Actually, I retextured some crates to make them look more... well, adequate for the task. But they're leather, so cut them some slack. And there we go. This looks good. I am quite happy with the way this turned out. So we're just going to lower this baby a little bit. There we go. Looking sweet. Okay, and now I'm going to add some additional elements to the Jeep. Now, do we have a rear view of this baby? Well, this military Jeep certainly doesn't have it, but so there are going to be two versions. One of them is this one. I hope you'll enjoy it. So it's going to be the open top one. And let me see. So let's take a looky here. So this is the bugger that we will where is it? Yeah, my desktop, by the way, is a mess. So many things going on and so very, very little time. Believe me, I'm aware of it myself. I actually tidied it up this morning before the video. Imagine that. Okay. There. Now it's almost perfectly aligned with the hood, and I actually want to do something with it. So we're going to keep it as... Oh, come on, Jurassic Park. Don't be so mean. The logo is so mean. Okay, sorry. So the logo. We're going to take it away, paste it here. Then this one will be exploded. The texture will be selected. And it will be player color. Yeah. So you'll have player color Jurassic Park logos here. How about that? And now again, I'm not very good at the whole Jeep thing, but we have to just finish up the whole model. Okay, this one will be a much more minute bar. It's just going to be a little addition here. There we go. And while we're at it, I would like it to add some depth to the model. So we're going to, use this crossbar a little bit like this and like this. See, I got that Velociraptor right there. And, well, because this is going to be the open top version, not having some sort of steering wheel would be sad, I am sure. Okay, so I'm going to try and add one, if SketchUp listens to me. Señor SketchUp, por favor. Alright, I'm going to show you something else. So, you just make a circle. Then we'll go to the carpets, fabrics. It's going to be fine leather. Take that, eventualities. Okay, we got that done. I still am going to insist on you, Mr. Rim. It looks good, and it's going to, keep the... I guess this is something I got from making Age of Empires buildings, but basically, having common elements, well, or maybe it's just a convention in design, but having common elements is very important. Even like cars have it, everybody has it. Okay, very good. I'm quite satisfied with this. Wow, a certain song is stuck in my head. Even educated fleas do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Okay. I don't know where these gauges should go, but we're going to just add this color. And voila. Now, this Kugelwagen is the size which it is in Age of Empires. The Jeep, however, is comparatively larger. We're going to keep it that way. Ooh. And I do want to make one more adjustment. So I do want this to be a bit shinier. Remember I told you that the render is actually going to make this extra shiny? Well, there you have it. Extra shiny. Ooh. Okay, this is going to be the size of the Jeep. So, that's it, guys. This is the finished Jeep. I hope you like it. I hope it looks cool. And see you next time. Have a lovely day. So, wow, I'm quite proud of you, guy. Nice.